Welcome to the Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Today, why the deadline for a possible government shutdown will likely be delayed, and another data breach to tell you about. Plus, 5G-enabled phones and IKEA's plans to shrink. Those stories and more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Tuesday, December 4th. You ready? Let's do this. Former President George H.W. Bush has made his final journey to the U.S. Capitol. His casket is in public view as Americans continue to pay their respects today. Others were there yesterday, including family, lawmakers, Supreme Court justices, and even Bush's service dog. Vice President Mike Pence spoke at a ceremony yesterday, and the AP reports President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump paid their respects as well. President Trump also plans to be at Bush's state funeral tomorrow. Trump has been critical of the Bush family in the past, but praised the 41st president after he died at home on Friday. Trump also declared tomorrow as a national day of mourning, meaning the federal government will close for the day. The stock market will also be closed Wednesday to honor the memory of the 41st president. And because of the ceremonies to honor the former president, lawmakers will likely be pushing back the deadline to agree on a spending bill. Remember how President Trump had said he'd be willing to shut down the government this weekend if he doesn't get funding for a border wall first? Well, it seems that's all been pushed back now. The Wall Street Journal reports both the House and Senate are expected to pass a measure this week to extend the government's current funding through December 21st. It was set to expire midnight Saturday morning. So the fight for funding is not over yet. It's just postponed until later this month. President Trump is making it clear he is not happy with his former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen. The president's tweets yesterday called for a stiff prison sentence for Cohen's admitted crimes, and Trump says Cohen has made up stories about him to get a lower sentence. Remember, Cohen has been cooperating with prosecutors in the Russia investigation, looking into any collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia in 2016. President Trump also praised someone else for refusing to testify against him. Roger Stone. He's a longtime advisor to Trump. The president tweeted, "It's nice to know someone has guts." But now the Washington Post reports some lawyers are calling that potential witness tampering, trying to influence witnesses during a federal investigation. Others say maybe not, that the corrupt intent necessary for that kind of charge is not here. Well, there's another data breach to tell you about. This one from the question and answer website Quora. The hack affects around 100 million users. The site says data that may have been compromised is everything from name, email addresses, and passwords to actions on the website, including private messages. The company did notify users and says it's working to make sure it doesn't happen again. The advice for what to do if you were affected, though: change your password on any website or service where you use the same password you used for Quora. The 5G-enabled smartphone is coming. The Verge reports both Verizon and Samsung announced plans to release 5G-enabled smartphones in the first half of 2019. Of course, 5G is the latest high-speed mobile network, making it faster and more reliable than 4G networks. But there are not many details yet about the actual phones and what they'll look like. In fact, Bloomberg reports Apple wants to wait until at least 2020 to release an iPhone capable of running 5G. Why? Well, the report says Apple wants to allow bugs to be worked out with the other systems first. And Business Insider says there's a chance 5G-enabled phones would have to be bigger and clunkier. But others say it's a risk for Apple to wait, that it may give competitors an edge. To be continued. Several more stories still ahead, but a quick break now to thank today's sponsor, The Neat Company. Neat streamlines accounting and tax-related workflows so you can take back your time and use it for the things you should be using it for, like growing your business, your side hustle, or just spending some time doing the things you love. The Neat Company system uses technology to read information off the documents you upload in an easy way, and then it puts them in a database in the cloud to keep them safe. Then, the system works with whatever other systems you use, whether it's an accountant or other software like QuickBooks. The Neat Company helps give you back up to 12 hours per week and makes tax time a breeze. Now is a great time to try it out because the new year is right around the corner. The Neat Company is offering a free 30-day trial at neat.com/newsworthy. Again, get a free 30-day trial at neat.com/newsworthy. Now back to the news. Amazon wants to take the technology it uses in those cashierless convenience stores called Amazon Go, where there are no checkout lines, into even bigger stores. Or at least the Wall Street Journal reports Amazon is experimenting with the tech in a bigger space in Seattle. The tech tracks what customers pick up and automatically charges them for what they leave with. Some experts told the Journal if Amazon can make it work in a bigger space, it could be used in Whole Foods. Because remember, Amazon does own Whole Foods, but so far, no plans for that. While Amazon is looking to go bigger, IKEA wants to get smaller. CNBC reports IKEA plans to open its first city center store in the U.S. next spring, with a store in Manhattan, in New York. The company plans to open 30 smaller stores in major cities around the world over the next 3 years. Of course, IKEA typically has those huge 300,000 square foot stores, but CNN says the new version is expected to be much less than 18,000 square feet. IKEA says retail is changing, and it needs a new strategy to attract those young city shoppers. Changes are coming to Tumblr, the social blogging service. Tumblr now says it's banning all adult content. So that's nudity and other X-rated content. It will not be allowed later this month, no matter how old you are. The CEO says it wants a, quote, better, more positive Tumblr. USA Today points out the announcement is just a few weeks after the app was taken off Apple's App Store for having some child abuse images show up. That was later removed. Critics include people who say allowing legal adult images and art made Tumblr unique from the other social media platforms. And keep in mind, it was just last week when Starbucks said it will be blocking people from using their Wi-Fi from seeing adult content online. No, that's actually not already in place. Business Insider says the new rule starts in the new year. Apple revealed its Best of 2018 list, from the most downloaded apps to the most streamed music. YouTube was the #1 top free iPhone app of 2018. Instagram and Snapchat followed. Fortnite was the top free iPhone game. Drake got the #1 spot for both top albums and top songs on Apple Music. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to all of those who have left reviews on Apple Podcasts or shared the newsworthy with your friends. I so appreciate it. And as always, if you want to read more about any of the stories mentioned, I list all the sources and story links for you in today's show notes. Just go to thenewsworthy.com, click episodes, and look for today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you every weekday by 4 in the morning. I'll be back with more news tomorrow. Have a great day.